Good morning, happy Monday. Today is December 6th. It is raining, it is pouring raining. It's been raining all night, so if you can't hear me, I'm sorry. But I have orientation today and tomorrow. It is 7:10 and orientation starts at 8. They're doing like a breakfast for us beforehand, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get some breakfast and just go early and grab a seat. But I brought some coffee. And we're just doing like an onboarding today. Sorry if I'm screaming, I feel like you probably can't hear me. We're just doing onboarding. I forgot what we did at my last orientation at the last hospital I worked at back home in my hometown in Virginia. But we're gonna be there till 3:30. So come along with me today. It is almost 3 o'clock and I just got back home from orientation and it was actually like kind of enjoyable. Like, you know how orientation like is kind of like a dread to go to? They're literally paying you to go to it, but this one was like really good. So they started off, let's see, I got there around like 7:30. I didn't get breakfast just because I had coffee before and I didn't really want breakfast, but so we checked in and they fitted us for our mask. I got one of these like little duck bill masks. If you work in healthcare, you've probably seen her. So I got fitted for that, and then also at the desk I got my badge. I told y'all in the last video I would show you. This is my badge. And it has all of the stuff on here. So I'm an extern, so it has that. And it has all the code information and fire safety. And then a little badge reel, but it has the name on there, so. And they gave us this little bag with some goodies in it. We got a notebook. Nice. I actually haven't looked at this yet. Sugar-free peppermints. Love that. What else did I get? Hand sanitizer. I have like 3 of these in my car. They're like little like pen hand sanitizers. Probably gonna stick that one in my purse. So we got that when we sat down inside. So got folder. The CEO and CNO told us some like really heartfelt stories. I actually teared up twice. I was like, what, am I okay? Like I wasn't expecting to cry at orientation. And it was just a very good orientation. I'm like, I'm so excited to work for this hospital and be a part of their community. Like, very excited for that. But my camera's about to die, so I'm not really sure how long I'm gonna be able to talk for. Didn't plan this out that well. I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what, let me film this. They might be interested to see what went on as a nurse extern orientation. So we sat down at orientation. I sat next to this nurse and we had to dress business. I think tomorrow is business casual. There were a couple other nurses in there. There was a phlebotomist, there was a physical therapist, there were social workers, so it was like everyone had to go to that orientation. And then the nurses and LPNs had to stay until I think 4, so they had to stay like an extra hour and a half. And yeah, we basically just went over the CNOs and the CEOs and like the higher up people just told us like what the hospital is, why they chose to work for a hospital, and how they're improving it to make it better, and the stories on how they got involved with the hospital. So that was really nice to hear. And then after lunch, I think we had like Subway for lunch, pretty good. And then after lunch we went over the fire and shooting policies, like fire safety, if there was an active shooter, what to do, bombs, all that stuff. And it was kind of just like reiterating, like I feel like we all kind of know this, but you never know, there's some people that might not know it. So that part did get a little like boring, but. And then after that we had a physical therapist come in and demonstrate how to safely transfer a patient, and literally he talked so fast I forgot to breathe while he was talking. Did his presentation like 10 minutes after he left. We were all like so we all just started laughing. And then what else? We did some education stuff. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it was just kind of like more informative orientation. And then I actually had, I think the clinical nurse manager maybe came up to me at lunch, and she was very nice to me and sat down, talked to me for a little bit. And so I'm actually doing orientation on the floor, like working orientation, I guess, where you follow around another nurse extern. And so I'm doing that on the 12th, and then I think again on the 16th. So I will be filming a video on that, and it'll be more like, I guess, clinical hospital setting involved, and like how I'm getting ready and preparing for all that. So stay tuned for that video. So I have orientation again tomorrow, but it starts a little bit earlier, so we actually have to be there at 7:30. So I'll probably leave around like 6:45 just to get there on the early side, because I think it's like 20 minutes from my apartment. And I think that orientation is more like how to do med tech and like log in with your 3-4 ID. If you don't work in a hospital, a 3-4 ID is what you get to like log in and document patient information. So I think that's what we're going over tomorrow, which is kind of like the more boring side of it, but it's like stuff I already know. But it'll be helpful because I haven't worked in Meditech since June, so it'll be a good way to refresh my memory. But yeah, so that's what we have tomorrow, and I think for the rest of the day I'm gonna go in my apartment and get a snack because I'm hungry. And I'm probably gonna edit my video. I put all the videos together in iMovie. That's how I edit my video. If you know any way to like edit YouTube videos, it's like more fun, please let me know, because I literally use iMovie and I don't know what else to use. So if you have any editing tips for vloggers, please comment below. I would love to know. So I'm going to go edit my YouTube video, and I put all the clips together, and it said I had 45 minutes worth of footage. So I'm going to go in there and probably spend the rest of the day editing that video for y'all. But as you're watching this video now, it's already up. So I think it's just a week in the life with my last exam. So I took my last exam and I just filmed a week in the life. So if you haven't watched it, go check it out. But yeah, that's what I'm doing the rest of the day. And I think tomorrow I'm probably just gonna wear like black pants and a sweater, but we'll see. But I'll see y'all in the morning. Happy Tuesday. Today is December 7th. Forgot what day it was, but I had my last day orientation today. It was at 7:30 and we got out at like 2:15, and it is 2:39 and I just pulled in back at the apartment complex. But it was really good. I mean, it's orientation, second day, you know, it's just kind of like I've already been through this, I already know this stuff. But I was getting paid. They gave us breakfast and lunch, so that was really nice, and the people I sat next to were so nice. Today we talked about restraints, falling, patients' rights. I honestly forget all the stuff we talked about, but just like stuff like that in the hospital. And then at the end, the guy came in and talked to us about HR stuff like policies, sexual assault, social media, all that good stuff. So I'm done with orientation, and then I actually have like floor orientation where I'll be following around another nurse extern or tech or whoever they put me with on Sunday the 12th. So I will do a day in the life nurse extern. So stay tuned for that. So go ahead and subscribe if you want to see that. And then I think the 16th, I'm also supposed to be doing day shift that day too. So I'm doing a 12-hour shift. But I'm pretty sure I have to go and complete some modules and stuff on my own when I get back inside. They give us our login and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and look at that and do that. Shouldn't take too long. Those were my 2 days at orientation. And today, all we got was a booklet. I'll show y'all our orientation schedule. So this is our schedule. If you want to pause it and look at it, if you're curious to see what we did. But this book is called Impact of Care Guide. So basically we just went over falls. We did suicide rooms, like what to take out of the room. If they're on suicide watch, you have to take out bags, you have to take out cords, you have to take out anything that is high, like IV pole. I think sometimes they said you even have to remove doors. You can't have extra linen in there, no plastic. Someone said you have to take out a clock because one of their patients broke the glass in the clock and started swallowing it. That would have never crossed my mind, so good thing we learned about that. All that great stuff. And we did a fun little activity where you write your name and like what your name would stand for you. My handwriting is very sloppy. And I write like a 5-year-old boy. But Violet, value, integrity, optimistic, lighthearted, empathy, and thoughtful. That's what I put. Oh, we also talked about if you see a nurse taking drugs, how to report it, because that happens a lot. There was a story that was being told, I think he said it was in Colorado, you can look it up if you'd like, but it was a surgical technician. He had no right to even administer any kind of medication, but he was taking the anesthesia or something like that and injecting it in himself and then just refilling the vial with water. And he infected over 1,300 people with hepatitis B. So, even if it's your friend, you gotta report this son of a bitch. So, yeah, that's what we did today. And I'm so excited for orientation to start, like, on the floor. That'll be fun. And I'm excited to, like, do stuff. But yeah, went and got Chick-fil-A for breakfast. Don't know if I told y'all. Got vanilla iced coffee. It is water and like cream at this point. Because I drank it this morning at 7 o'clock. And I also got some chicken minis because I forgot they were giving us breakfast. So I didn't eat breakfast. I had some coffee when I got in there. I'm gonna go back in the apartment and work on some ATIs and do those modules that they gave us for orientation the rest of the day. But thanks for coming along. It's probably not really what you're expecting or wanting to see, but it was just like you sit down and listen to them talk all day. But it was very good orientation. They kept us engaged a lot. So yeah, I really liked it. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, leave them down below.